The backyard was alive in the way only family gatherings ever were. Too loud, too warm, too full. Smoke curled lazily from the grill, carrying the smell of charred meat and sweet barbecue sauce. Laughter burst in uneven rhythms. Someone had put on old music, the kind his father loved, and the speakers crackled as if even they were aging. Danny lay stretched out on the garden swing bench, its chains creaking softly with every small movement. He stared up at the darkening sky, letting the noise blur into a distant hum. This bench had been here forever. So had she. The memories came uninvited. Hot summers, bare feet on dry grass, both of them in swimming suits, skin still wet, sitting right here and devouring melting ice cream after hours in the inflatable pool. Her laugh, sharp and careless, when cold water splashed where it shouldn't, sticky fingers, sunburned shoulders, time moving slowly, generously. Then winters. The same bench, somehow still the same place. Cold nights when the air bit through everything except the shared blanket. The two of them lying side by side, breath fogging, pointing at stars they pretended to understand. Her head against his chest. The quiet certainty that some things simply were. Danny exhaled, jaw tightening. His phone vibrated in his hand. He unlocked it without thinking. Instagram. And there she was. Her arm wrapped around someone else. Thick forearm, taut muscle, her fingers digging in like she belonged there. The smile on her face landed harder than the image itself. It was the same smile she used to wear every day, the one that felt like a private language. Something inside him snapped. Danny hurled the phone across the yard. It spun once, twice. Whoa there. Did I mistake the entrance? The phone slammed into the grass inches from a pair of polished shoes. A chill ran down Danny's spine. Uncle Harvey! Danny shot up, heart pounding. I'm sorry. I almost killed you. He laughed, too loudly, too fast. His face burned, eyes stinging with anger and tears he refused to acknowledge. Harvey bent down, picked up the phone. The screen was cracked, a jagged white scar cutting across the image still glowing beneath. His expression shifted as he took it in. Wow, champ. What's up with... He paused, looked again. Oh. A knowing nod. Women trouble, I see. What? No! Danny snapped. It's not like that. Harvey raised a hand, silencing him. For once, his usual grin was gone. His voice dropped. I have a guy, he said. Might help you through this. He leaned in, lowering his voice even further. Don't tell anyone, but he helped me clarify, well, something I was struggling with. Believe it or not. Danny stared at him. Uncle Harvey, the tailored suits, the endless girlfriends, the successful lawyer who always seemed 10 steps ahead of life. Struggling? It didn't compute. A few days later, Danny got a message from Harvey. It was a date, address, and hour. Flunk or be late and I will kill you. The door opened. A woman smiled at him, calm, observant, Jacob's wife. Hello, she said warmly. You must be Danny. Come on in. Danny stepped in. Thank you. She stepped aside, still smiling. Would you like something to drink? Danny looked at Jacob, typing away in his computer. No, thank you. Jacob looked at him and smiled. Danny, Harvey told you'd be coming. Welcome. Take a sit. Danny sat very still for a moment, fingers twisting the drawstring of his hoodie. His eyes fixed on the floor, tracing the grain of the wood like it might give him an escape route. When he finally speaks, his voice is quiet, almost apologetic. But there's a thin edge of something raw underneath. Yeah, Harvey said you don't do the usual soft stuff. That's why he sent me, I guess. He said you'd just call it what it is, no sugar. He swallowed. I don't even know where to start. It feels stupid saying it out loud. There's this girl, Mia. We grew up together. Literally next-door neighbors since we were 5. Same schools, same friends, same stupid inside jokes nobody else gets. I never said anything because why risk the best thing in my life? I just figured time would handle it. We'd end up together, like it was already decided. His leg stops bouncing. Now both hands are clenched in his lap. Then she starts dating this guy, Tyler. He's everything I'm not. Built like he lives in the gym, wins fights, kills it in school, makes actual money on the side with apps while I'm still grinding part-time tickets, fixing other people's websites. And the way she looks at him, God. It's like someone reached inside my chest and just twisted. Every time I see a story of them or hear someone mention them, it's like getting punched in the throat. I can't eat, can't focus on code, can't sleep without seeing them in my head. He finally looks up, eyes glassy but not quite crying, yet. I keep telling myself it's just a crush, just jealousy, that I'll get over it. But it's been months and it's worse. I feel like the version of my life I was quietly counting on got deleted. And now I'm stuck running on the backup drive, and it's glitchy as hell. Harvey said you helped him see his own wiring clearly. I don't even know what mine is anymore. I just know it hurts, constantly, and I'm tired of pretending it doesn't. Women trouble. Well, as you already know, I don't beat around the bush. I'm gonna give you a theory, and I want you to tell me if it makes sense. My theory is that you friend-zoned yourself. You spent years building a story in your head that you mistook for your life, and when the prospect of rejection was on the table, the deviation from the story you mistook for your life felt like risking death. Therefore, you played it safe, and instead of risking rejection, you let the friend zone consume you. Now you see her boyfriend as who should have been you and are looking for an explanation to how he could have taken your life like that. Is that what you are feeling more or less? Displaced? Kicked out of the main character role? Danny freezes mid-breath, like the words landed somewhere between his ribs and cracked something open. His eyes widen for a second, shocked, caught, then drop again to his lap. He nods once, small and jerky, before he can stop himself. His voice comes out hoarse, quieter than before, but the emotion is bleeding through the cracks now, words tumbling faster. Yeah, that's exactly it. I built this whole movie in my head. Us growing old, still laughing at the same dumb things, her hand in mine like it was always supposed to be. I never said it because saying it meant the movie could end badly, and I couldn't handle that. So I stayed safe. Friend, always there, always reliable. And now she's got someone who just walked in and took the leading role, without even auditioning. He's living the scenes I scripted for myself. Every picture of them feels like proof I was never even in the running. Like I got written out of my own story. Displaced doesn't cover it. It feels like someone stole my future, and I'm still standing in the same spot, holding the script nobody wants anymore. He presses the heels of his hands into his eyes, hard, trying to push the sting back in. I hate how pathetic that sounds. But yeah, kicked out, erased. And I keep asking what I did wrong, why I wasn't enough to even try for the part. It's like my brain won't let me close the tab. You did many things, but what you did wrong is not the first one I want to address. The mind is powerful, and you for years let it run wild and build castles with no solid foundation to stand on. Are you conscious of that now? Do you understand that what you lost was not just a potential girlfriend, but a whole prepackaged life? Yeah, I get it now. I wasn't just in love with Mia. I was in love with the whole life I built around her in my head. The house we'd get someday near the old neighborhood, the stupid matching mugs we'd argue over, the way we'd still tease each other when we're gray and slow. I spent years decorating that future like it was already mine. No foundation, no real agreement, just me, alone, piling up bricks in the air. And when Tyler showed up, it wasn't just him taking her. It was him stepping into the only blueprint I had for happiness. Everything I pictured, gone, poof, like someone hit delete on my entire adult life before it even started. I know it sounds dramatic, but losing her feels like losing me. The version of me that had a future worth waking up for. And now I'm just here. Empty plot. No script, no co-star, just the guy who spent 15 years rehearsing for a role that was never cast. I'm conscious of it, yeah. I see how insane it was to let my mind do that. But seeing it doesn't stop it hurting. It just makes me feel even more stupid for believing it so hard. The grief you feel is true. You need to mourn the loss. It's okay to do that. But you also have to recognize that what you lost is a baseless fantasy, and you need to make sure you don't do that again. I know it was a fantasy. I built it brick by brick every time we laughed at the same stupid meme, every time she texted me at 2 a.m. because she couldn't sleep, every time she said, "You're the only one who really gets me." I told myself those were signs, proof. I collected them like evidence for a case I was never brave enough to bring to trial. And now the courtroom's empty, the judge ruled against me without even hearing my side, and I'm left holding a stack of papers that mean nothing to anyone but me. Mourning it. Yeah. That part I can do. I've been doing it in secret for months, crying in the shower so my roommates don't hear, staring at old photos until my chest hurts, replaying every almost moment like it could rewrite the ending. It feels real because the pain is real, but admitting it was baseless, that it never had legs to stand on, that stings worse than losing her. Because if it was all fake, then what part of me is real? The guy who can code clean React components but can't even ask the girl he loves if she feels the same. The one who's so scared of rejection, he'd rather lose everything by default than risk hearing no. I don't want to do it again. I really don't. I don't want to spend another decade quietly scripting someone else's life and calling it mine. But how do I stop? How do I let myself want someone without immediately building the whole damn house around them in my head? Right now it feels like the only way I know how to care is to turn it into a whole future. And if I stop doing that, what's left? Just casual? Just nothing? I'm terrified that without the fantasy, I won't feel anything at all, or worse, that I'll feel it all too much and get crushed again. I want to mourn her, the real her, not the version I invented. I want to let the fantasy die, but I'm scared that when it's gone, there won't be anything left of me that knows how to hope. I have good news for you. But first, let me point out what you did wrong. You behaved like a coward. You had the opportunity to have a true relationship or a true rejection, and you chose to continue living in a limbo so long as your fantasy survived. But you only lost a fantasy, not an actual marriage. The good news is that you still have a life to build. You still need to become a man that your next Mira will choose not once, but every day. Who knows? Maybe if things don't work out with this guy, maybe you could try with her. But what you need is to become a dependable man for your future wife and children. You need to be the foundation, the rock, the dependable anchor, and the directing force. Danny's head snaps up at the word coward, eyes wide and stung like he'd been slapped across the face. For a long second he doesn't breathe, then the air rushes out in a shaky, wounded exhale. His hands tremble as he presses them flat on his thighs to stop the shaking. You're right, I was a coward. I had every chance, every single day for years, to just open my mouth and say it. One honest sentence. And I chose silence because silence let the fantasy stay alive. Limbo wasn't safe. It was torture I inflicted on myself so I wouldn't have to face the real answer. I didn't lose a marriage. I didn't lose her. I lost the story I wrote in secret, and I'm grieving it like someone died. That's the part that makes me sick with myself. But the good news, God, hearing you say I still have a life to build, it hits different. Like, maybe the plot isn't over, just rewritten without my permission. I don't want to be the guy who hides anymore. I want to be someone a woman chooses every day, not because we're childhood friends, but because I'm solid, dependable, the kind of man who shows up, who risks saying what he feels, who builds something real instead of dreaming it. Kids someday. Yeah, I can picture that. A woman who loves them fiercely, who laughs at my dumb jokes, who chooses me back even when I'm not perfect. I want to be worth that choice. I don't know how to start becoming that man yet. Jacob nonchalantly said, "First, go to the gym, build your body, not just aesthetically, functionally as well. Do some calisthenics too. Try out different jobs. You may find you like more than computers. If not, then that's okay too. If you see an attractive girl, try chatting her up. Not for anything, just to enhance your social skill." Processing the bluntness like it's a language he's forgotten how to speak. His shoulders rise and fall with a slow, deliberate breath. When he finally speaks, the words come out quiet at first, then build, raw, unsteady, laced with equal parts shame and reluctant hunger. "Gym, just go to the gym." Like it's that simple. Like I haven't spent years looking at guys like Tyler and thinking, that's what a man looks like. That's what gets chosen. I've hated my body for so long, it feels like a separate person I'm stuck carrying around. Weak arms, soft middle, the kind of build that disappears in a crowd. I tell myself it doesn't matter, that personality wins, but then I see her hand on his bicep in a photo, and it's like proof I was never in the game. So yeah, building it, functionally, not just for the mirror, sounds terrifying. Because if I try and still get passed over, what excuse do I have left? But if I don't try, I stay exactly this version of me, the one who hides. He rubs his face hard, fingers pressing into his temples. Calisthenics, different jobs, talking to girls just to talk. It feels like homework for becoming someone else. Someone who doesn't freeze when an attractive girl smiles at him in line at the coffee shop. Someone who doesn't rehearse conversations for weeks only to say nothing. I've got social skills on mute around women I actually want to know. I'm scared I'll suck at all of it, that I'll lift weights for months and still look average, that I'll try a new job and hate it more, that I'll open my mouth to some girl and the words will come out wrong and she'll laugh or walk away and I'll crawl back into my room and tell myself I was right to stay quiet all those years. But doing nothing hurts worse now. This limbo you called out, it's killing me slower than any failure could. So okay, gym, conversations, trying shit, I'll start. Small, tomorrow. One push-up set that doesn't make me want to puke. One, "Hey, how's your day going?" to a stranger. Because if I don't, I'll just keep mourning a ghost life while the real one passes me by. I feel ridiculous saying yes to this, like a kid getting handed a to-do list to grow up. But thank you for not letting me stay comfortable in the grief, for telling me the fantasy's dead and there's still work to do. I'm in, terrified, but in. Somewhat angry, Jacob said, "No, you are a man, no slow build, you are young. You can push yourself to your limits, and you should. At your age, I trained for 3 hours every day except Fridays. Just be careful with weights. I never lifted weights, only calisthenics to avoid injuries. Also, don't creep around her social media without doing 50 push-ups first." Danny's eyes widen at the shift in tone, the sudden edge in Jacob's voice hitting like a cold splash. He straightens instinctively, shoulders pulling back a fraction, though his hands stay clenched in his lap. For a moment, he just blinks, processing the anger, not at him exactly, but at the softness he's allowing himself. When he speaks, his voice is quieter than before, but there's a new tremor in it. Part fear, part awakening adrenaline, raw and unsteady. "You're pissed at me for even thinking slow. Okay, I hear it. No gradual creep toward manhood, just go. Hard. 3 hours a day? God, that sounds insane. My arms shake after 20 push-ups right now. I've never pushed my body like that, never had to." But you're right. I'm 21, not 40. If I can't break a sweat for 3 hours at my age, what am I even doing? Wasting prime recovery time feeling sorry for myself while Tyler's out there actually building something, muscle, discipline, whatever. I hate that comparison, but it's true. It's fuel. Calisthenics only. Got it. No ego lifting heavy plates and snapping something. I'll start tomorrow. Body weight, park, whatever. Pull-ups on the playground bars if I have to. And the social media thing, yeah, that's the real gut punch. Every time I scroll her stories, it's like drinking poison and calling it medicine. 50 push-ups first? That's brutal, but fair. If I want to look, I earn it with pain. Or better, maybe I just don't look. Delete the tab, starve the habit. Because feeding it keeps me small, keeps me the coward you called out. I'm scared I'll quit after day 3. That I'll tell myself it's too much, that I'm not built for this, that I'll always be the soft one who dreams instead of does. But I'm more scared of staying exactly like this, stuck, scrolling, grieving a ghost while life moves on without me. So no slow build. I'll push. Limits, pain, all of it. 3 hours if I can survive it. 50 push-ups before I let myself relapse into her feed. I want to be the man who doesn't flinch anymore. Tell me the truth, Jacob. If I actually do this, if I show up every day and grind, will it change how I feel inside? Or am I just trading one kind of hurt for another? Tell you what, push yourself to do something. Don't think about doing. Simply dedicate an hour a day to do whatever you can as much as you can. You tell me how you feel in a month. An hour a day, no thinking, just doing. Whatever I can, as hard as I can. You're not giving me a gentle ramp up. You're throwing me in the deep end and saying swim or drown. And part of me wants to bolt. Because what if I show up tomorrow and my body quits after 15 minutes? What if I push and it still feels like nothing changes inside? What if a month from now I'm just the same broken guy, only sweatier and more sore? But the bigger part, the part that's sick of mourning a ghost, sick of scrolling her life like a stalker, sick of being the safe friend nobody chooses, says yes, loud, an hour, every day. Calisthenics in the park until my arms give out. Push-ups until I can't feel my hands. Running until my lungs burn. No excuses, no, I'll start easy. Just movement, pain. Proof that I can still choose something hard instead of hiding in the easy story. I'll do it. Starting tonight, right after I leave here. 1 hour. No phone, no distractions, no checking her stories. If I catch myself drifting to her, I drop and give 50 or 100. Whatever it takes to snap back. And in a month, I'll come back. I'll tell you exactly how it feels. If I'm still hurting the same, at least I'll know I tried to claw my way out instead of waiting for the pain to get bored and leave. Thank you for not letting me stay soft, for calling cowardice what it is and then handing me the rope anyway. I'm scared shitless, but I'm going. Jacob stood up suddenly and in a direct and strong tone said, "No! Your first hour starts now. Give me 10 push-ups." Danny's eyes widened. He froze. Jacob raised his voice. "Come on, man! I'm not playing!" Danny jumped out of his chair. Jacob corrected his form. And for an hour, Danny forgot all that bothered him. Jacob sat at his desk. "So, how do you feel?" Danny collapses onto the floor mat in a heap, chest heaving, arms trembling like they've been replaced with wet noodles. Sweat soaks through his hoodie in dark patches. His face is flushed red, hair plastered to his forehead. He lies there for a second, staring at the ceiling, then forces himself up to sitting, elbows on knees, breathing hard through his mouth. His voice comes out rough, cracked from exertion and emotion, words tumbling out in short, ragged bursts. I feel wrecked, like someone took my body apart and put it back together wrong. My arms are on fire. Every push-up after the first 10 felt like gravity got personal. Squats made my thighs shake so bad I almost fell over. Crunches. God, my stomach's screaming like I did 1,000 sit-ups instead of 50. I've never moved this hard in my life. Not even close. But underneath the pain, there's something else. Clearer. Like the noise in my head, the looping thoughts about Mia, the comparisons, the what if I'd said something, it got drowned out for a while. Just me, the burn, the count. No room for anything else. It hurt like hell, but it was honest hurt. Not the fake, slow bleeding kind I've been carrying. For the first time in months, my body was doing something instead of my brain torturing itself in circles. I wanted to quit after 15 minutes. Begged myself to stop, make an excuse, say I'd start tomorrow. But you didn't let me. And now I'm sitting here sore, exhausted, and not hating it. Not completely. There's this tiny spark, like maybe if I keep showing up to this kind of pain, the other kind won't own me anymore. Like I can choose hard things on purpose instead of letting fear choose easy ones by default. I feel alive, wrecked but alive. And yeah, I want to do it tomorrow. Same time, same push. Tell me I'm not crazy for saying that. Crazy? That is the sanest thing you have said today. My wife will give you a transcript of our session so that you don't forget your homework or drown in those useless thoughts. Remember this as a mantra. Think less, do more. Danny exhales a shaky laugh, still sitting on the mat with his back against the wall now, legs stretched out in front of him. His breathing has slowed, but his shirt clings wetly, and his arms hang limp at his sides like they've been unplugged. He looks up at Jacob, eyes clearer than when he walked in, red, exhausted, but focused. Sanest thing? Yeah, maybe. Feels weird to hear that after crying about a girl who never was mine and then getting my ass handed to me in push-ups. I'll take the transcript, every word. I don't trust my head right now. It'll try to talk me out of tomorrow the second I'm alone. You're too sore. Start next week. What's the point? That mantra. Think less. Do more. It's simple, brutal, perfect. I've spent years thinking myself into paralysis. Time to shut that part up and move the body instead. Thanks, Jacob, for the push, for not letting me leave with just feelings and no action. I'm walking out of here sore as hell, but not empty. There's something solid under the ache now. Small, but there. I'll be back in a month, or sooner if I need a kick in the ass again. Until then, think less, do more. Months after the session with Jacob, the bench was gone. Where it once creaked under the weight of nostalgia, a punching bag now hung, thick, heavy, unmistakably serious. Its leather skin was dark and worn, already marked by hours of honest violence. It swayed slightly in the winter air, chains whispering with each movement. It was cold. Snow fell in slow, steady sheets, muting the world. Inside the house, lights glowed warm behind fogged windows. People curled up near heaters, wrapped in blankets, sharing laughter and comfort. That warmth no longer called to him. Danny stood outside. The same hoodie clung to his body, but it told a different story now, stretched across broad shoulders, tight around arms hardened by months of discipline. His breath rolled out in thick clouds as he exhaled, steam rising from skin that radiated heat despite the cold. That heat didn't just come from muscle. A fire burned deeper. He stepped forward and drove his fist into the bag. Thud. The sound cut clean through the snowfall. The bag recoiled, chains rattling, snow shaking loose from the frame. Danny adjusted his stance without thinking. Feet grounded, hips aligned, movement precise. Another punch, then another. Rhythm replaced memory. Protein-rich meals, early mornings, chosen pain, no shortcuts, no excuses. His body had answered the call, growing not just lean but powerful, built for function, not display. Like the man who had torn him out of fantasy and forced him into reality. Snow gathered in his hair and melted along his neck. He didn't slow. For a moment, a thought surfaced. She had reached out, a message filled with careful words and old familiarity. An invitation, subtle, uncertain, to return to something comfortable. He had replied once, clean and honest. "I'm busy building a real life. If you enter it, it'll be as a potential wife. Nothing cruel, nothing pleading, just truth." A smile crossed his face as the memory passed. Not wistful, not bitter, solid. He threw the next punch harder. Thud. The bag swung wide. Danny followed through, breath steady, focus already shifting. Anatomy charts, programming cycles, injury prevention, the upcoming exam to become a gym coach. He pictured it clearly, the same way he now pictured everything, with action attached. He had learned the importance of exercise, but more than that, he had discovered something else. He loved it. The honesty of effort. The clarity that came when the body worked and the mind went quiet. The way strength built itself, one repetition at a time, asking only for commitment. Snow continued to fall. Danny kept moving. The bench was gone. The fantasy was gone. The boy who waited was gone. In the cold backyard, under a sky that promised nothing, a man trained, burning from the inside out.